So one of the questions that I asked myself when I started this podcast was, what's your goal, Jer? What you going to do? What you going to be when you grow up? And I said, well, let's see. What am I doing here? I'm recording. And what I can do is I can see just how quickly I can put people to sleep. And why not? I mean, it's my second video. So I'm not going to do anything really major league exciting, except tell you about my past so you can kind of get an idea and we can come, from the same page. So where am I coming from? Oil. Yeah, that's where I'm coming from. The Tin Man needs a little oil to get it going. You know what I mean? So this introduction is about one of the classes that I took in college back in the day, probably 1981-ish. And it was Persuasion, a philosophy class. And I had seen all 3 seasons of Star Trek and Mr. Spock. And so I knew that stuff. I was down with that stuff. So I said, I'm going to take that class. That's the one that's going to, open me up and really make me a philosopher. What it did, it was humbled me. And I'm still humbled, amazed at philosophy, psychology, religion. I like it all. And that's kind of like what I'm going to review about. But that class called Persuasion introduced me to the Greeks and to Homer and all of those guys that started it off. What a concept. So the last I heard, Homer would have been around 762 BC. And if you move forward in time a few hundred years, say to 566 BC, you get to Buddha, Tathagata. And as far as I can tell, if you look between those 2 guys, you would find the pre-Socratics, my favorite being Anaxagoras. And of the stamp size information that we have about Anaxagoras, he was a philosopher of seeds and philosopher of mind. Seeds and nous. And that's really kind of the cornerstone of where I thought, man, if I can develop those skills, seeds and nous, mind, then I might be on my way to becoming a philosopher. Who's to say? So I looked at that example from Anaxagoras and made a comparison just in my own mind, because this is the kind of thing I observe, is that it's kind of like the seed, the knower of the seed, and the knower of the seed. Now, that would be the Greek Anaxagoras view of it, but that's also goes all the way back in the Hindu pantheon as the field. You have the field, the knower of the field, and the knower of the knower. So that's the kind of thing I find just to be very, very fascinating. And that takes me back to a cruise I took when I was in the military in the mid-70s to Alexandria, Egypt, where we've got to take a tour of, Giza. And so that's where I'm coming from my initial pre-1979 introduction into what I would call the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Hour. And of us who used to watch cartoons every Saturday morning, there used to be a cartoon called Bugs Bunny. I think even today, kids watch Bugs Bunny and The Roadrunner, 2 separate Saturday morning cartoon shows. And then what does the wisdom of the suit say? Hey, why don't we make Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner an hour-long cartoon show? What a concept. It works for me. And I watched it religiously every Saturday morning, and I watched Bugs Bunny drill through the planet Earth, bump heads with the pyramids in Egypt, and also show up in India watching a guy play a flute while a snake mesmerized at the movement of the flute. Wow, man, it's getting deep quick. And now that's how you get connected to the eternal round, aka Ouroboros. It's in the works.